Good morning, welcome back to another sunny day in Seoul. Today I'm going to do one of my very favourite things. I'm going to go thrifting. It's been a while. Recently I've cut back quite a bit on shopping and thrifting, but I do think it's time to get some stuff for my summer wardrobe. I put everything out recently and I realized there's just a lot of the same thing and not a lot of like what I actually want to wear this summer, which is like floaty, easy breezy dresses. I want some oversized t-shirts. I have a list of what I'm looking for so I don't get too sidetracked. I'm also getting like a little bit sidetracked because sometimes you get a burst of inspiration when you're thrifting and you see something you're like, I didn't know I needed that, and it becomes the best thing in your closet. But to go in without a list or a Pinterest board is just dangerous, so we're not going to do that. Let me show you what I'm looking for. Something I did recently on Pinterest is I made a board full of outfits I can make with the stuff that I already have, which has been a game changer on those days where I think I have nothing to wear, because I do. I have a lot to wear. And then from my main style board, I pulled a few things and created a wish list board with items that I think I can thrift, like this little denim top, a little waistcoat, denim dress, things like that. And then on my Notion I made a list of what I'm actually looking for so I don't get too distracted. Are you okay? Hey, Bing. Bing. Okay. Oh, you look so cute. Right. So yeah, this is where we're at, so let's go thrifting and see what we can find.
Let's have a quick rundown of what's on my wish list so I can hold myself accountable for what I'm going to buy today and keep myself on track. One of the things I'm most looking forward to finding is a cardigan, ideally in butter yellow or blue. It's a bit of a stretch, but this après studio dress has my heart and I'd like to find something similar. I also would like to find a tiered skirt. That should be pretty easy. Oversized vintage tees are something on my list, and also a 90s summer dress. I also want to find a white skirt with ruffles, vintage watches, and maybe some Mary Janes if I can. I saw some of these last time, but they weren't in my size. Anyway, that's the list. Good luck to me. Let's see what we can find.
We're going to hit up two Goodwill stores today, one in Eunpyeong and one in Mangwon, which is a relatively new one. Accidentally stumbled upon it on opening weekend a few months ago. It's really good. That is the plan. If I don't find what I'm looking for, maybe I can head up to Vin Prime or Kona. Please stop licking my knees. I just put lotion on. You're so weird. Okay, that's the plan. Let's go. My outfit of the day is this. It's just a shirt that I thrifted. This asymmetrical top from Abercrombie a long time ago. And this skirt is thrifted too. And as for shoes, I'm gonna wear these ones. My pink Adidas Specials. I recently got the red and pink gazelles of my dreams that I really wanted. But I don't wanna, break them in today because I'm gonna be walking a lot. So we'll do these. Goodbye, I'll see you later. Love you so much. Bye, little angel. See you soon. Okay, so here we are. We're at Jungfan, which is on line 6. You could also get the bus here if you want. And we're gonna go through exit 4, and it's just right there, and it's a massive Goodwill. I brought you guys here last year, so it's not a surprise if you've seen that video, but we're going back again.
While we're here, I thought I would be your tour guide in Seoul, because really close by this Goodwill is a beautiful Hanok village. It's just a bus ride away. So this is Eunpyeong, and the Eunpyeong Hanok village is stunning. I went with Haley last autumn and it was the most beautiful place I've been to in Korea. So if you're planning on visiting this Goodwill, I cannot recommend going to visit this Hanok village enough. Anyway, back to the video.
Korea, but it is one of the noisiest places in the whole world. Okay, we're coming up to the Goodwill now. This one is my favorite because it's so big, but the one we'll go to after this is new and it's just got loads of great finds. So let's go see what we can get. There we go, Goodwill store. I'm about to get run over.
I was at this Goodwill for what felt like an hour and a half maybe, because there were racks on racks of clothes to look through. I nearly picked up this dress actually, but I didn't because the bottom was pretty frayed, but it was kind of what I was looking for, so that's a shame. But yeah, this Goodwill actually reminds me of the ones from back in the USA when I used to live there a whole 10 years ago, which is wild. I lived there 10 years ago this year. That's crazy. I used to live in Virginia. If you didn't know that, I did a couple of college programs there and was a lifeguard at a water park, and I would go to the Goodwill all the time, so this brings back memories, and it's pretty similar to going to the Goodwill in Korea, funnily enough. I came across this Balmain jacket which I felt was really very reasonably priced, but I didn't get it. I think they do price things very well here in Korea. Anyway, I looked through all the skirts and the belts and things, and then I did this. Let's see how many silly slogans we can find. Cellophane. Vitamin. Now it's time to look through the home decor section, which is the one area that I do feel like the Goodwill falls a bit flat here in Korea. Korea is just not great for home decor thrifting, it's got to be said. I miss the UK so much. They had lots of stuff, but they were quite expensive, so I didn't end up finding anything. I did kind of like these little weird shelfie things, and this clock was cool. They had this candle, which was brand new in a box, but the prices weren't great. I did pick up this watch though.
Okay, we are done. I bought a couple of things for Haley, a couple of things for myself, and trying to be very reserved with my spending. I didn't find what I was looking for, so I'm going to go to the next one.
Tour guide Hermione is back. We are on the bus to Mangwon, and this area is close to Hongdae but so much better. It's full of vintage stores and little boutiques, so definitely recommend visiting if you're in Seoul.
Okay, now we're in Mangwon to go to the second Goodwill. If I don't have much luck here, I think I'm going to try and go to a couple of vintage stores in Hongdae because it's like 2 stops away. Fingers crossed though. Okay, well that was a bit of a flop. There wasn't much, but I did find an Adidas zip-up hoodie thing, which I think is going to suit me and Haley, so I'll show you when we get home. I am going to go to Hongdae now and see a couple of the vintage stores because I'm just itching to find some of the stuff on my list, and I'm not finding anything. There's very few dresses, no t-shirts, so yeah, let's go.
환승입니다.
Okay, this first vintage shop is a little pricey, but they always have great stuff. So I'm just gonna look at it because it's on this side of the street. Might not buy anything, but I'll show you. It's cute, it's pink. This one here is between exit 2 and 3 at Hongdae Station, so it's pretty easy to find. And the one we're going to next is across the street, literally just across the street, and that's called Tokyo Used.
So you can probably tell that this vintage store is vastly different to the Goodwill. It is very intentionally hand selected and very trend based on what people are wearing here in Korea right now and what's in style. It's a lot more expensive, and they actually had a lot of those Adidas sweatshirts that I picked up in the Goodwill for a lot cheaper. Korea is great for fashion, and you'll see some incredibly cool people walking down the streets, and whatever they're wearing is emulated pretty well in these vintage stores, so definitely worth checking out if you're visiting here, but the prices tend to be a bit higher. Here we are. Somebody's just left their handbag. That's so Korea. We'll stay there all day and nothing will get taken from it. So this is Tokyo Used, and this can be a bit hit and miss with the prices. Some of them are a bit too expensive, like this one, which I really wanted. It was a ruched top, but it was 29,000 won, so it was a big no. I loved the button detailing on this shirt, but I didn't get it because I knew I wouldn't wear it. I just thought it was really cute. But they have a lot of stuff to pick through here, so it's worth having a look. And some of the pieces are reasonably priced, like these dresses, which were both 19,000 each. So I ended up picking them up because they fit with my wish list. So we can move on and get on the bus to Vin Prime. Now we're at Vin Prime. This is one of the locations in Gangnam, and I picked up Haley on the way. This is a chain of thrift stores all over Korea, and I really, really like them because they have some great prices. Here's Haley in a cute little hat she found. I found a few interesting pieces, and I did pick up a t-shirt here. The main reason I came here is because I wanted to show you the prices in here. The skirts are about 12,000 won each. The dresses are similarly priced. I really like it in here because even though it is a vintage store rather than a thrift store, it is very well priced as opposed to the individual vintage stores that you'll find in places like Hongdae or the select vintage stores, which you'll find all over the city. But the sourcing for those is very specific, and those are incredibly pricey. But there is something for everyone in the city, and Vin Prime is for me.
Hey, welcome to the one area of our house that looks pretty put together. I'm going to show you what I picked up in the thrift stores. Did I stick to the wish list? Did I find what I was looking for? Did I stray away from what I was looking for? All of those questions will be answered. So let me show you what I picked up. If we look back at the list, one of the things I really wanted to find was a gold vintage watch. Now I didn't find a gold one, so I will keep my eyes peeled if I go to any flea markets or anything or other thrift stores in the next few months. But I did find a really cool 90s, early 2000s silver watch, which was 10,000 won. Really pleased that I found it. I hope it doesn't give me a funky tan line, but we will cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm gonna give this a tick off of my list, even though it's not exactly what I was looking for. I'm pretty pleased that I found it. As for the clothes, one of the main things I wanted to find was a butter yellow cardigan or a blue cardigan, and guess what I found? Oh, ta-da! This is exactly what I was looking for. I'm so pleased with it. This is 8,000 won, and oh, I've been wearing it. I've washed all of this, by the way, and I've been wearing it for the last week. Next, I wanted to find some tiered skirts, but I really wanted to see if I could find a gingham one. And I did just that. I really do like this. It's really heavy and a very thick jersey fabric. So I am thinking that perhaps it's going to be a bit too hot very shortly to start wearing it. So I need to get my use out of it now and in the autumn time. But I'm pleased I found it. I found a couple of dresses that I think are going to be perfect for the summer. First up is this one. This one was from Tokyo Used, and it's again a really cute green gingham, which was one of the things I was looking for. It is rather large, so I'm gonna have to sew some darts in it, but luckily for me, I have a new little sewing machine, so I'm gonna test it out and we'll see if we can make this a little bit more form-fitting, but really pleased with this one. I think, I wanna say this was about 15,000 won, but don't quote me on that. This is again another tiered dress because I just want light floaty dresses this summer. You know, it's hot in Korea and I want some air coming through my clothes. So I picked this one up. It is wrinkled because I've washed it and I need to steam it. The color is not great with my skin tone. So I actually ordered some dye-on fabric dye just now on Coupang and that should arrive in a couple of days. I went for an olive green color. I'm hoping it's gonna stick to this because that would be a really nice little upcycle that I can do. And I think this one was from the Goodwill. I found this little white sundress with bows at the top and it's a midi dress, which is really nice. I have a lot of mini dresses in my wardrobe and some maxi skirts, but nothing in between. So I thought that these would be really nice. On my wish list was to find an oversized vintage t-shirt. This one is a vintage Hongdae shirt. I don't know if it's vintage, probably not, but it's a Hongdae shirt and I think this is so cool. It's pretty distressed. It's got the same thing on the back but with a little motorcycle. I've been wearing this quite often. I really like it. It's just what I want for a lazy day. I can wear it with a little mini skirt and wear it oversized and baggy, or I can tuck it in. It's perfect. I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for a cream one, but this is a really good start. This was from Vin Prime. It was 10,000 won, which I think is a bargain. Now, I didn't find everything on the list. I didn't find the little tiered white ruffle mini skirt, but I'm pretty sure I'll come across one of those at some point. I also would like to find some cool chunky belts now that I think about it and some other bits for the summer, but I'm not in a rush and I will be going to the UK and around Europe in the summer, so maybe we can do some thrifting together when I'm over there to see if I can pick up any other items that are on my wish list. I do have a couple of things that weren't on the list, but I found them anyway, so let me show you those. You saw me in that second Goodwill pick up this Adidas, however you want to pronounce it, little sweatshirt. It's a zip hoodie. I see all the girlies wearing these with some little shorts and they look so cool. It is a bit large, but I've been wearing this around the house and I'm just trying to think of how I can style it, maybe with a cute little skirt. I thought it was pretty good for 12,000 won. It was brand new, and after I left this store and I went to the vintage store, I saw a huge rail of all of these and they were way more expensive, so that was a bargain. I didn't pick this one up when you saw me going thrifting. It was actually a couple of weeks before, but I thought I would throw it in. It wasn't on the list, but it was on my Pinterest board, and it's just a denim dress and I've been looking for one for a while. I will say though, this is another one for the sewing pile because it's a bit baggy in the midsection and I want it to come in, so I'm gonna have to sew some darts onto this. Another one for upcycling, and I always tell myself not to buy things to upcycle, but now that I've got my new little sewing machine, I'm on a roll. That was the thrift haul. That's what we found. I really did enjoy going in with a very structured list. I feel like it gave me so much more focus. Did I go outside of it a bit? Yes. But I still have the items on the list that I didn't find that I can keep looking for as and when. And I felt like it just reined me in a little bit more because I hadn't been spending much in the thrift stores for a long time. And it's easy to go off the rails. You know me, you know what it's like. You get so excited, the bargains are there. I need to not do that as much because one day we will leave Korea and I'm gonna have to ship this stuff that I want to take with me. So on that note, I'm going to leave you guys here and say thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you've been thrifting recently, what have you found, any cool items. I'd love to hear about it. Stay tuned for more of those moving vlogs, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe. Check out my TikTok, my Instagram, you know the drill, all of those places. And with that being said, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!